Wesley Harris. Gentlemen, if you would mind, kind of give us some thoughts about the game.
Well, I feel like at the beginning, like the first half, I feel like we ain't played to the level that we usually play. I feel like we played down to the level of competition today. So, second half we came out, we picked it up, played harder, got into our offense. We was getting away from our offense in the first half. So when we came back the second half, we just had to fix all the little kinks we had in offense and defense and stand in front of our man. So second half we came back better.
I agree with Shakem. First half, like he said, we came out kind of slow. And second half, when we came in halftime, we was just talking each other up, telling each other that we had to just pick it up and come out with a win before we go home for Christmas.
All right. In the first half, didn't come out as well as you wanted. The second half, what were you seeing out there? I mean, you literally were, layups, jump shots, things like that. What were you seeing from the defense that kind of allowed you to take advantage of them?
I was just more aggressive with my touches. Just wanted to put my team in the best position not to lose before we went home with a bad taste in our mouth.
All right. First half, definitely a lot of shots around the rim. What were you seeing out of the defense? Were they, overplaying you, or was it just concerted effort to, take advantage of them inside?
Yeah, we got a height difference on them. Like we bigger than them, so our main emphasis on today was to get it inside. So all I had to do is rely on my guards and my wings to get it to me, and I'll finish it for sure.
All right. I've seen y'all play a couple different times, and there's been a couple times where it's been a team that's you're supposed to go out and beat, and don't come out necessarily with the same type of energy. Is it just something preparing for the game, or is it just something just in general that just happens?
I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like when we see like a team that we're supposed to like quote unquote beat, I feel like we have a tendency to play down to our competition. We don't come out as aggressive and as locked in when it comes to scout and doing what we're supposed to do on the court. So we just come out like today. We just come out slow and we come out sloppy and it looks bad and we make it a game when it's not even supposed to be a game.
All right. What would you say you've learned about this team so far this season?
We got all the tools. We got everything we need. Now we just gotta show everybody that we can be what we're supposed to be, what we're capable of being.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, same thing he said. I feel like we got all the pieces we need to be a good team. It's just sometimes we lose focus mentally. Like when we play teams like today, we just lose our focus sometimes. Like we don't be all the way locked in into what's going on. So that's just like our biggest downfall right there. But overall, though, we got a good team. We got every piece we need. We just got to lock in better. That's it.
Like we be relying on our talent sometimes, mostly.
Yeah.
And we just gotta go out there and get it done. We can't just be like, oh, we better than them. We can just go out and do this, that, and the third. We gotta actually prepare to show people that we're better than how we play sometimes.
Guys, you've been playing a lot of ball games in the last 2 or 3 weeks, obviously since Thanksgiving, taking the big 10-day road trip, and then since you've been back, you had finals plus a lot more games. In fact, going to New York last weekend, hitting the middle of the road or middle of the week going to Indiana State, coming back here. How much of that do you think is kind of like, here's our last game before we go into conference, we're ready for the break, and maybe a little bit of wear and tear, and how much did that affect you guys on the mental side of it as well?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of players, we ready to go home. We ready. We know what type of game this was. So we wasn't all the way focused, but I feel like we are a little bit fatigued from the 10-day trip, but that's not an excuse for how we played the first half. That's just like on us, to be honest. Like that's our fault how we played. So I just feel like everybody was a little bit ready to go home, so that's why they lacked little small details that the coach be wanting us to do.
So let's say once everyone goes home and gets that little break that's needed, you guys come back and you open up a conference play. What are some of the things that need to be said and done from the player standpoint in those first couple practices before you guys get into conference play?
Well, first and foremost, we're gonna get back and make sure we get back in shape. Make sure we tell each other like, yo, the break is over. It's money time now. Like it's conference play. Like it's either like we need all these games. Basically, we need to win all these games. So we just gonna tell each other what we got to tell each other to get each other right, get each other back on track, get each other out of that break mentality. Because when we go home, we're gonna enjoy our family. We haven't seen our family in, well, I haven't seen mine in a while. So, and like you said, we just played like a lot of games in just a couple weeks. So our body's kind of sore and the wear and tear is visible.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
You guys obviously didn't have Jalen, one of your starters, but you were still able to put together a performance like this. What does that speak to when you have somebody starter that you rely on not play, but somebody just steps in and you get a similar amount of production from them? What does it say a lot about the team that you guys have now, that you can overcome an injury like that and still maintain that kind of production?
Just strength in numbers. That's all it is, strength in numbers. We got a deep bench. Everybody can come in and produce at a high level. So when one goes down, the next man got to be up and ready.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
So.